walks like a duck, talks like a
Like a
duck.
duck. It's a duck.
It's a it's a duck. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of On It. We are here. We are back. The audio is right this time. I'm glad. I was very upset last episode, Devin.
You
We,
sure
we
it's right?
finished. We finished. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's right today. But yeah, after last episode, I went to start it up and I played it back and I was like, oh wow, that audio is not right at all. But you know what? It's fine. We are
Thank you.
back. We are here. And Devin, a lot's happened. A lot's happened since the last time we've spoke on the internet. Last time we've had a podcast, in the free agency world.
I always forget that this goes to the internet.
Do you? Don't you? Well, no.
Funny.
Yeah, maybe you forget for a sec, but it's like,
Well,
it,
the
you know,
beginning and the end, it feels like the internet, but like right after 30 seconds, I'm like, it's just talking.
yeah, it's
And
like
then I
as
say
soon
bad
as
stuff, and then it gets put on the internet.
exactly like as soon as we start talking about like Florida dog walk in Maryland.
Yeah, like
And
when that didn't happen.
so that's like definitely one of the biggest things that's happened since one of the last episodes.
That happened
Uh,
tonight.
it happened tonight. Well,
Yeah.
because y'all got dog walked, and that's just simply what happened, and that's what I said was gonna happen. And now Florida has to worry
I said
about
the same as well.
Texas Tech or Arkansas. So
My problem again was the same thing with all sports teams that I like, and that was like getting hope. I was like, the first half is close. That's nice.
gotcha.
Like we got hot,
Y'all got hot for a minute.
and then you guys were like in the locker room, like, what the fuck are we doing?
All right,
You're a
let's try.
7-2 white guy, go destroy everyone on Maryland,
Let's
and they did.
let's try this half.
Or like, hey, you have shells in your hair, go destroy those fucking guys, and he
Alright.
did.
But yeah, like I said, I'm still gonna stand on the fact that I don't care about. Shout out to the yawning dog. I don't care about nothing else going on in this March Madness, except for these boys right here. So as long as they're playing, I'm watching. Florida moves on to the Elite Eight. Devin,
Think you got a chance?
I know we got a chance.
Like real one?
We're the best team in March. We're best team in the bracket. We're the best team in the bracket. Who's number one?
Duke.
We will do all over them if they make
Hey,
it. Don't try to. Oh, we're talking about Duke. All right, it's fine.
look out for Coach Cal, brother.
I'm not worried about Duke. I'm not worried. I'm not like I said. What did I say? I only care about the University of Florida, Devin.
Uno team.
So I'm not gonna sit here and talk about the University of Duke. It is.
University of Duke.
I won't. I definitely won't. Never will.
Duke
Never
University.
have. I don't think we've ever. No. Well, it's the University of Duke.
No. It's
Yeah,
not the
it is.
It's not the Florida University.
It's not Florida University.
No, it's the University of Florida.
Yeah, so the University of Duke.
No, it's Duke University.
The University of Duke.
Some schools are different, dude.
Okay, well that's what I'm calling it.
Like the that's a good name for it.
The University of Duke.
Of doo-doo.
Whatever they want to be, whatever, white guys who can shoot threes. All right, it's cool. Yeah, it's what Duke's been for my entire existence. But opening day, Devin, you're the only person that would care about it.
Ooh.
You're the only person that would care about it at all.
Not in the world. Like between the two of us, yeah.
There's all right, like you and like four other people.
Dude.
You and like
What are you
4 or 5
talking
other
about?
people. Okay,
Me.
here. You're the only person
6 dudes.
probably in like within 10 years high, like upper or like above or lower of your age. For sure. I've only heard like
There's people
50
who watch baseball, dude.
No, like 55 and up. Like it's been like opening day, it's coming up. Opening
It's
day.
true.
Hey, I was
Everyone my age who watches baseball, we all have chromosomal disorders, so that might be why we watch.
We're going to the final spring training game. It's about that time. It's about that's what it's been.
Now, I'm not that deep into baseball where I'm like, I gotta go to every game. Fuck that.
Well, see,
games
here's
are
the thing.
cesspool, but
So how many games are in a season?
162.
All right. Okay, exactly. So I was gonna ask you, like, as an actual baseball fan, right?
How many games am I watching?
Ooh. Not even that, but it's like when the NFL season starts, like me and you are excited.
Yeah.
There's so many narratives. There's so many conversations. Like the first 3 weeks, like are so like can be important and I mean, in hindsight, cannot matter at all. But like there's so many narratives just after a week or two in the NFL.
Yeah.
Are the 1-2 Ravens, the 3-0 Broncos, or whatever they were. Like it's like just certain or Saints putting up 70 points in their first 2 weeks. It's like,
the biggest narrative, like in the MLB after a week or two, equivalent to the NFL would be like, what's the name of the Panthers offensive coordinator? Like nothing happens.
Okay, so I'm saying
unless there's a big injury or something like that.
So like as a baseball fan, like opening day isn't like it's not this big thing.
No, opening day is a big thing, but after opening day.
Okay, let me just say the beginning of the MLB season. I'll just say that.
Sure, yeah, not that important. Like, there's so many fucking games. It's not that crazy. Like I can wait a little bit to get involved.
I mean, just with 82 in the NBA, people don't really start talking about, don't really start pushing crazy narratives until the All-Star break.
Yeah.
And it's like NFL, it's like really football. NFL and college football, when that week one hits, it hits different.
Well, I mean, every game, like when people say like, oh, every game in the MLB is important, it's fucking really not. Every NFL game is the utmost importance.
There's no way every game in the MLB is important.
No, but that's what like people say.
Who says that?
Like, technically, it's important.
Do people really think that though?
Like managers of baseball teams, yeah.
But you're saying they just no, okay. But saying and thinking, every team says they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
In baseball, it's more so like every series is important. Maybe not every game.
Okay, but okay. Just like in the NBA, though, it's like you might have a series where it's like, man, we don't have to waste bro's arm like in this in these next like I'm saying like is there a load management in that?
No, but there should be, and that's going back.
Is there not? Okay,
and that's probably why there's so many injuries.
Can I critique baseball just for a second?
Yes.
And say that
we should cut the season in half.
Well, no, it's more so that there's already enough load management.
Well, it is. Never mind. Somewhat.
Like, bro, I'm trying to not be disrespectful, but like
now,
right, like imagine if
starting pitchers, there's built-in load management. When it comes to all other positions, not really. Like, there's a lot of guys playing 130 plus games a year in all other positions.
Oh, absolutely. But okay, in the NBA, it's a constant up and down.
Oh, you know, they're staying
all day.
Sure.
So, like, what I'm saying is, like, there's some, like, okay, and not to compare it to this, but like, obviously, you wouldn't need the load management in like golf. Like,
no,
you're gonna play your round and then like go to the next hole like in a golf cart and like have a drink and you're gonna chill. And it's like in baseball.
Well, that's not professional golf, but yeah, sure.
Okay, you're gonna fucking walk to the next hole
with a water and a granola bar,
and you're still gonna have a drink and a snack. But it's like the same thing in baseball. It's like you're gonna have a snack. Go out there, stand. I mean, if you got a really good pitcher, you gonna be standing out there doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then when you're hitting, it's like, all right, my turn.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's the nature of the game. That is what makes.
Like to like I'm saying like all right, like I'm saying like you can't really use the argument like well there's no load management in baseball like I'm saying like nobody could use that to hype up baseball, but I wouldn't really say like besides like trying to maintenance like you said the pitching or like pitching like just making sure they're good.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of manage their self. They get enough breaks in between every single time a ball is pitched.
Yeah, but they look at it more on like a daily basis. So if a pitcher throws certain amount of balls
Sure.
in a
But
day.
that's a
or
lot more
week
simple.
or whatever. Yeah, sure.
Like, I don't know.
But when the only load management that there should be to a person's arm. It's not anything else physical, or he could tear an ACL, or he has a fucking
Yeah, but
hurt
see,
butt cheek, or any of that stuff.
even if you're pitching a lot, it's like, I don't know. It's like there's no closer in the NFL or in the NBA or in the NBA. It's like,
Well, a kicker.
okay, do we load maintenance? Do we load manage kickers? It's like they
We
kind
gotta
of
stop saying load management. This is getting gnarly.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like the I don't know how the word load management came up.
No, I just mean like the term itself.
Well, yeah, but then
managing tons of loads.
Every game being important. That's why we talked about that, because every game is important. But I was gonna say, oh, okay, if every game's important, maybe that explains why they don't have like a load management process. But then I realized it's baseball.
Yeah, exactly. It's the sport.
Yeah, the strain on your body within a game is you could really go and play a series of baseball and like be good. Like unless you're a fucking pitcher or something, you need to chill, relax. But
they gotta chill.
I don't know. I'm imagining that, and like honestly, see, I'm so broad in baseball. It's like what, the catcher being sore from squatting down, like.
No, catchers do get load management. So every team has at least 2 catchers, and they will take breaks or take days off.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay. Cool.
But no, I mean, opening day, O's big win, 6 bombs, most on opening day ever.
Dude, shit all over baseball.
Pretty hot. No, I know it's every podcast that you have the fucking logo on your hat, and it's an O's hat.
I love him. New Era is great.
Yes.
They do baseball hats the best. I mean, it's just
they do.
That's what it is.
I mean, for me, like, this was opening day, but this is opening day in Toronto. Like, the real opening day is they roll out the orange carpet in center field. All the boys come out, have a little bit of fun. We go crazy. That's opening day.
Are you going?
No.
Oh, well, you said like you're gonna like you're.
No, I go fucking stand in front of my TV for 12 minutes, and I go, fuck yeah. And I say O's during the national anthem, and I call it a day. I don't watch for the next 3 months.
I thought you were throwing out the first pitch or something. I didn't. I mean,
no.
I didn't know what was going on. So that's the thing. I guess that's my question. When does it get important? 3 months, you said?
Yeah, I mean, All-Star break, but I mean, going into the All-Star break is big. Like you'll know where teams are at pre All-Star break, and like if a team's playing well, like the O's for years, it was like we play great until the All-Star break, and then it's just straight poopies after that. So, but yeah, All-Star break is when it gets interesting. Trade deadline, all those things, but. If you're a baseball fan, it's interesting the whole year. It's cool to look at stats.
If you're a baseball fan, it's interesting
like
all year. That is.
I'm not watching every game.
Bro, I know. That was like the most cliche way to end that like whole thing. But as a baseball fan, it's interesting all year.
It is.
It's interesting all year. Sure, yeah. No, I love basketball, but God, those first couple months were hard to get through.
I know, but like you're not. If you were a basketball fan in the same way that you're a football fan, maybe you would be invested. And it may be the nature of the game that draws you into football every week, but I would imagine if football was 52 weeks, we'd be the same amount invested.
You know what? I disagree.
Really?
Because, okay, you excited for the UFL this weekend? Okay.
All right, move on.
We missed football, right? We missed the NFL.
You're right.
For 20 weeks.
And I hate saying that because, I mean, I wish that football was strong enough that we could start a separate league with no Goodell and we could just make it interesting.
And I do have a little bit of UFL to talk about later, but like I hope I'm gonna try. I'm gonna turn it on. It's gonna be on Fox Sports and stuff, and I'm gonna watch it, and it's gonna be interesting, and hopefully it's something good. It's not just like a 10-3 bullshit game, but like what I'm saying is like I don't care how big of an NBA fan you are. no NBA fan loves the NBA season, the entire season, as much as a NFL fan loves the entire NFL season.
That is true.
Like, I don't care how dedicated or
Yeah.
like, and it's because of the NBA. The players don't care about the entire season.
Nope.
I mean, I mean, the reasoning for, there's like, yeah, the NFL gets. Here's the problem though. The NFL gets hate for outcomes. The NFL gets hate for, the way certain players get treated, or they think it's a scam and Vegas has their hands on everything and the odds and all the betting and look at this. The NBA, it's like people are complaining about the product itself.
Yes, yeah. No one complains about the NFL product.
It's like that's why when when the Big Three originally came out and all this stuff, it's like no, people love basketball.
Yeah.
If you can make it entertaining,
Fun.
make it interesting. Like, for example, these women, like, and not to sit here and destroy the WNBA again, but the WNBA, if it was entertaining enough,
yeah,
we would be sitting here watching it. But it's like I said, the NBA, people are complaining. People are complaining about that product. So I don't even think if the NFL was more like, make it as long as you want. We watch it.
True.
I don't think you'd be able to get. I don't think we'd be less interested in it. It'd have to be the players making us not care about it.
Is the UFL? Is it the UFL now?
Yes.
Okay. Is the UFL similar to the WNBA because it's we don't really get into it, not because it's women or because it's like fucking dudes we don't know, but just because it's an inferior type of the game. But that doesn't make any sense. We watch college football all the time.
But
college is different. That's the pinnacle of college football.
I was gonna say
no one's watching FCS.
College football. Yeah, I was gonna say it's different. It's like it's its own.
It's its own thing.
League. At
same.
This point.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
And certain fan bases of colleges are bigger than NFL teams. It's like there are more. Like there's more.
There are way more Alabama fans than there are fucking Panthers fans.
Panthers, Jacksonville, Jaguars, Houston Texans fans. I mean, just anybody you want to go through. But I mean, no. If the UFL gave us something good to watch, we'd watch it. If they came out with a women's football league, if they came out we know about that league. Well, I mean, but see, that's the thing though. If women wanted to go put on some helmets, if women wanted to go put on some helmets and shoulder pads, and they were going crazy, we would watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't have much else to say about that. It's just MLB is here.
I feel like we talk about it every time we speak, and I still have not watched the WNBA game.
No, I never have. I'm not. And that's it.
It's not. I'm not pooping on it.
I haven't went out of my way though. Like it's just I've never even.
I've also never heard a woman tell me, like, yo, you gotta check out the Sphinx play the Diamonds. You gotta check it out.
Bro, you gotta check out the Sphinx.
The woman's never said that.
No, never.
No, they say you gotta check out fucking Vampire Diaries or something stupid.
Yeah, or like One Tree Hill or some stupid shit. I don't
fucking
know.
Go watch The Bachelor or something. Terrible.
All right.
Speaking
of stupid shit, I saw this thing, because remember we were talking about rule changes, rule proposals, teams proposing rule changes. So out of all the rule changes, this was the one that stuck. I guess that stuck to teams or the NFL because this is a new rule. This is a rule change. Any violent gesture, including throat slashes, simulating firing or brandishing a gun, a nose wipe gesture. Devin, a nose wipe gesture.
That one sucks because
Devin,
it doesn't the NFL's like, oh, what, you can't fucking
Devin. the NFL pretending to, I don't know, have the knowledge to acknowledge players simply doing something that somebody who is very popular also does.
Yes.
Like, oh, okay, brandishing a gun, whatever.
Sure.
Like, I guess it's like I've seen shit.
I thought that was
I've
already
seen,
banned though. I don't
I,
know.
I, I think brandishing a gun has been banned, but the throat slashing I think might be new. It's been banned.
Sure.
I think it's been banned in college, but I just wiping your nose. So
The
CD
nose
Lamb.
wipe thing.
So CD Lamb's that first down,
Ooh, that's banned.
push, that'll be a 15-yard penalty if he decides to do that. So
What if he does it? What if he does it down low? What if he wipes his lower nose?
No. Because anything sexually offensive or suggestive is also
It's not sexual.
You just said his downstairs nose.
Yeah, well, you like.
What's a downstairs nose, Devin? You just
It's
said
genital.
I'm pretty sure if you went to Roger Goodell and said, "Sir, it was just my downstairs nose," they'd say that's a sexual.
No, but I'm not making a gesture that's sexual. It's a wipe.
Dude, you're sliming your downstairs nose. I'm pretty sure that's a sexual gesture or something. You know that's something like.
It's an inappropriate gesture at my genitalia.
For sure. For sure.
That
but
sucks, dude.
It's just like, all right, like, man, forget making the game safer. Forget making the game more entertaining. Forget making the game more fair. Look, as long you better not rep YSL. Nope. If you rep YSL on this fucking gridiron, 15 of them.
Same time, like when any of these people do it, it's not YSL. It's like, oh, this is cool, or whatever. Like our gang signs banned. Like if you throw up a John Wall fucking gang sign, is that banned?
I don't know, and I mean, we're
I don't know anything about signs.
Okay, and that's the thing. Here's the thing, and we're not the podcast to be going through that, but it's
like that's the NFL is like going out and saying like, oh, a nose wipe is gang related.
It's gang related. Okay, but in theory, it's like, all right, you see all these rappers throwing up a blood sign.
Sure.
So technically, if Justin Jefferson's hitting the gritty, he's incorporating when he's throwing, he's throwing up again. Like, are they gonna go like? I'm saying sure. Like. Are we just gonna pick apart every single thing an NFL player does when he scores a touchdown? Is that
what the gritty is?
No, but I'm saying though, it's like that's how stupid it sounds.
Can you not cripple?
It's like he went like this, like you go like this and then go first down. It's like you're gonna get a 15-yard penalty for that.
Also, not wiping his nose. If we want to get semantic,
it is, but who cares?
No, agree.
Who cares? Like, okay, whipping out a gun, whatever. Like that's obvious.
That's
I guess.
Different. Yes.
That's more of like like an obvious marketing thing, but like okay, it's like no okay, I'll put it to you like this. Anybody that knows what CeeDee Lamb is doing isn't complaining about it, and anybody that doesn't know what CeeDee Lamb is doing when he gets a first down doesn't know
about it.
Because
my mother is not going, "Oh, he's throwing up gang signs."
Yeah, no, like if anything, if it cut to that, it would have to take like my mother to even notice.
Sure.
Like the fact that he was actually doing something other than like fixing his mouthpiece
or pointing.
Like, was he wiping something off his face? Like it's like like that's what I'm saying. It's like anybody who didn't sit there and watch or listen to Young Thug or see some shit. Like nobody fucking knows. Nobody knows.
I was doing that for a while. I had no idea what it was. I thought it was just a thing.
Bro, it's because everybody did it.
Thought it was like the whip or the nene.
Every single person did it in every single school hallway and every single whatever. It's like people.
Every fucking youth basketball game.
People just did it.
People were
so it's just funny that out of all no making it more entertaining, not making better overtime, not making the game more fair, not making the game more safe at all.
Nope.
Just don't make that nose.
Not cheating so that the Chiefs destroy everybody every year.
No, that's fine. Well, I mean, well, I get it. You're joking, but it's like, what kind of rule would you make? You'd have to like admit, like, so
I'd like them to admit that.
so
That'd
we've
be
been
nice.
like helping them. We've been
That'd be
helping
great.
them,
Not helping them, forcing them to be there.
forcing them right
Um,
there.
but pretty silly from the NFL. Not surprised. They are the no fun league. I thought it was getting more fun, and then Goodell goes, well, now we're gonna make everything stupid. I mean, it would be nice if like the Cowboys were ever in a position where they were like 4 scores ahead of somebody,
Mhm.
4 scores and 7 years ago, 4 score and 7 years ago. That CeeDee Lamb could throw up a thing and just take a penalty.
Yeah.
But also, who gives a flying
the
fuck?
NFL is stupid. Damian Lillard.
Yeah, is this the new? My knee hurts.
What? Like, what is going on?
I'm not making fun of it.
No.
Those are dangerous. Those are super dangerous. But
I get it. You're Devin the Icebreaker. Here's the thing, not the Iceman, not the Iceman though. That's Chuck Liddell. But look,
Chuck Liddell got slumped.
Yeah, but he's the Iceman.
It's true.
Just locked jaw, just
Just beating bags all day.
I just got a 15-yard pen. Fuck. I just got
Dude,
I can't even.
We need a flag for it.
I can't even pretend to snort coke on a football field anymore. It is.
Yeah, that's a court. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever I see a fucking loser, I go.
What if my nose actually itched?
Yeah. What if you're on the sideline? You fucking.
I don't know. I guess you can do whatever you want on the sideline. But all right. Damian Lillard, Devin. Damian Lillard.
You can't do whatever you want on the sideline.
Yeah, you can. Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is out indefinitely with a blood clot in his calf. Blood clot in his calf. Now, all right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I'm obviously wrong, but like,
yeah.
Are blood clots not at least more common for either, like, I always thought, at least like my idea of a blood clot was like either unhealthy, like maybe it's like maybe you're ill, just maybe you're just unhealthy, or older was something I thought, older people taking blood thinners and shit. I just never really I feel like it's pretty odd, like just a healthy guy, like a healthy dude in his 30s, or Victor Wembanyama, like people younger than us, like just getting blood clots. Now, it's like,
I think there are certain groups that are more at risk, like you said. And now, disclaimer, not a doctor, don't know how they work, but there's groups that are more at risk: olds, fats, unhealthies, all those people, probably more at risk for it. Now, being fucking 7'4", like, you may be more at risk. It is weird. I've never heard of someone having to sit out because of a blood clot prior to Wembanyama.
I mean, that's what made Bosch retire.
You're right. Never mind. I'm fucking wrong.
But that's it, though. But that's it. That's literally it. It was. I remember when Chris Bosch had to retire.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, if he was younger and wanted to continue to play, he may have been able to. Like, I mean, he might have been at an age where it's like, I'm just gonna focus on my health. I'm just gonna.
You may have had him throughout his career. I don't know. Maybe I don't remember things well. I mean, they're not supposed to happen. They are dangerous. You're supposed to take care of that before you do anything else. It's a little weird. I don't want to sound fucking insensitive, but yeah, I mean, take care of your shit or whatever. But no, it's odd.
It's some scary shit. It's some weird shit, and obviously, I don't want to get all like conspiracy and like what's going on. But it's like the fact that like younger people just out of now, could it just be a coincidence? It's like, okay, there are billions of people which is like we have no clue what's going on with them. No. So I mean, maybe this is just a very rare, just coincidental thing.
Sure.
But for Dame, I mean, I don't know. It's right. Like, okay, like I want to talk. Like, the problem is, like, this is like a more serious like health issue.
Yeah.
Opposed, like, obviously basketball doesn't matter at this point.
Sure.
It's like, oh, you roll your ankle. It's like, oh, damn. It's like all you
They
have
would
to
do
really do is be like, damn, that sucks. Hopefully you can get back on the court.
Yes.
It's like that's all you want to do is get back on the court. But it's like
Yes.
you have a blood clot. It's like, all right, I want to make sure I'm healthy.
Now I got to think about important shit.
Like I want to live first.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna be. And then I'll worry about because I will say the one good like if you want to be a half full glass type of guy.
People got half glasses, man.
If you want to glass half full type of guy,
Monocle.
you could look at it. Monocle. Jesus Christ. You could look at it like, say he does get this under control and he is able to return, because obviously that is, looking at it, in the Bucks terms, it's like that definitely sucks. It's like right before they're going on this playoff.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty terrible time to have an injury.
No, yeah, it's brutal.
Like, this is crunch time. This is seeding time. This is right there.
But obviously they said he's going to try to come back and he's going to work, do whatever he can to come back and figure it out. But I will say the one good thing that you could say is at least, if and when he returns, so, and I'm saying this year, maybe he has to wait till next year. But when he does return, say this season in the postseason, it's like he will be 100%.
Yes.
It's not like it's something where it's like he's still hopping on a bad leg or a bum shoulder. It's like nothing physically.
It's not going to be a nagging Kawhi knee injury for the rest of his life.
Exactly. Yeah, he
Steph's ankles. Or
yeah,
whatever
he didn't pull something.
No.
It's like, damn. It's like he might it's not he has a calf strain. Hopefully he doesn't tear his Achilles. It's like no, it's just something like he'll come
Chunky
back
blood.
and be 100%.
I don't know how blood clots work. I wish I did.
Well, I don't either, and especially as somebody that healthy, it's like
true.
It's like Damian Lillard,
a professional athlete. Yeah,
that's a specimen. Like I know it's like not everybody's LeBron James, but this is Damian Lillard. Like he's an athlete. He's a professional athlete. It's great. And then not to even you got big old fat dudes in the NFL. It's like I'm sure they got to stay
an ounce of clotting.
I'm sure they got to stay on top of that shit as well. It's like, if I'm like, you're telling me Vince Wilfork didn't get blood work?
Vince Wilfork better have been getting blood work. He better be getting blood work to this day.
I'm assuming, I'm assuming like that.
His arteries are clogged.
I'm assuming all that blood work by the time you're in the NFL, that's a part of their physical every year, probably. Like I
would assume more often.
They're probably already, checking blood, doing blood work and everything. But I'm saying
also for all the steroids that they take, you gotta check people's blood.
That as well. But maybe they need to double down on this blood clot shit and really, just check everybody's blood, make sure everybody's. But that's another thing. How do you check a blood clot?
Huh?
Is that how you check? Is that how you you don't? We are not doctors, Devin. So us asking each other questions.
Stupid.
Well, no, but I'm saying now we're sitting here going, oh, y'all need to check their blood. But what is that? Would that help? What the fuck does that? How? Here we go.
Maybe all the blood is stopped.
Here we go. Here we go. Doctor time.
How do you know if you get a blood clot?
Make sure you don't. I feel like Zias and Bilu, they always hit the randomest Googles. How to make sure you don't get a blood clot. To reduce your risk of blood clots.
Yeah. You said those two dudes.
What two dudes? Oh,
the ones Googling.
Zias and Bilu.
I saw the first time ever. I saw a video of them trying to Google. It took 8 minutes, and it made 0 sense.
And I've been watching them forever.
It was like, how do you who do you call when there's Ghostbusters?
Dude, I used to watch everything. They are, but now they're back and they are hilarious.
Rough.
Okay, stay active, maintain a healthy weight, drink plenty of water, quit smoking, consider compression stockings if recommended by your doctor. So that's some old people shit.
Yeah, like those are all things that Dame does.
Okay.
Drinks water, exercises.
How to
probably
check for blood clot? Boom. Then we're gonna figure out. Blood clots to be diagnosed, clinical evaluation, physical examination, diagnostic tests.
Doesn't give us much.
This is the most common test: ultrasound.
Cool.
A D-dimer test. This blood test measures a substance release when clot breaks down. Okay, blood test. Boom. Blood test may be ordered to check for clotting. We're smart. We're doctors. Let's
Fire.
fucking go.
I'm
Let's
a
fucking
doctor.
go, bro.
Diagnose.
What we
Now,
say?
no,
It's
no.
for
Look,
old. It's for old, unhealthy people,
look up
and you got to check
who's at
blood.
risk.
So why the fuck?
What now? Now, can you look up how does a healthy person get a blood clot?
Why may I'm gonna say genetics? Why may a
Ooh.
healthy person get a blood clot? Or like my mom, she got a blood clot giving birth.
Ooh.
Yeah, pregnancy, prolonged inactivity, certain medical conditions, smoking, yeah, obesity, family history. So yeah, I guess.
Doncic.
So family history, boom. Yeah, it can, that I guess that can, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's like
thing.
it could be anybody, but there are people at.
Oh my God,
risk.
they threw the C word in here. No, we're off this topic now. They threw
Congenital yeast infection?
Nope. Can you guess it? Can you guess it? Dude, if we would have said this word a couple years ago, we would have had a warning tab at the bottom of this video.
COVID.
Yeah. Some infections, including COVID, can increase the risk. Yeah, all right. We're not spreading anymore.
Congenital. What the hell is congenital?
Look, I'm not going when it comes to COVID, I ain't talking about that. We were spreading some real information when we were talking about blood clots. All right, I'll just say that we were spot on. I feel like we were spot on. And then we hit the Google search.
I feel like we were good for the Google footnotes.
That's what I'm saying. And then they start trying to throw COVID in there, and it's like, yeah, it's probably not that. I'm gonna assume that's not what caused.
Well, if COVID's in there, then the flu, or
yeah, okay,
the hiccups.
The hiccups gave me blood clot. I don't know. Either way,
cramps.
Hopefully, Dame's good because I mean, like I said, you roll your fucking ankle. All right, you sit there, you do physical therapy, and then you're back. It's like you have a blood clot. It's like I would just be scared.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, no, it's very scary. Potentially life-threatening. Was that thing that Doc Rivers said? Was that true? What Doc said? I don't know if you saw it or not.
What Doc say?
I don't know if it was the internet fooling me, hit me with an AI boobity scoop. Was it? Or did you see it?
Say what I think you're gonna say.
when Doc said, I don't know why people give me shit for blowing 3-1 leads and not giving me credit for winning 3 games.
Yeah, no, he said that.
Because this is professional sports and we do not give credit to people who lose. And we throw shit at people who blow leads.
No.
You have a 3-1 lead. Not winning 3 games. There's no such thing as winning 3 games unless it's baseball.
Like, he said that.
Yeah, he did.
And what's funny is it's like...
I've been saying he's a complete idiot.
But it's like, he's still coaching.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like
this was on a podcast.
You might do that again. You might do that this year.
Yeah.
Which
and then he's gonna be like, guys, I did good.
Which is gonna turn Devin, if Doc Rivers blows a 3-1 lead ever again in his life, this is gonna be one of the biggest NBA memes ever.
I think it's already a meme.
I mean, but the fact that he's like, they don't give me enough credit, but then like so many people are gonna be like, hey, bro, credit the Doc Rivers for
3
the first 3 done. That was raw.
And that's really what I hate. And outside of like what he said, that's what I hate about Doc Rivers is that he subtracts from the team identity so much and turns it into it becomes a Doc Rivers team, and it is a Giannis team. It's a Dame team. It's not a Doc Rivers team. I don't want the Doc narrative out there. I don't care about it.
I mean, him just saying that kind of shows you like how he feels about
exactly.
winning and losing.
Well, and how he feels about teams and
in his eyes, losing in 7, no matter the way, it's like all right, it's better than losing in 6.
No, he should be applauded for losing in 7. Well, I mean, it's like giving him a high five for being an NBA coach. Like, it's cool you're an NBA coach. Cool you went to the playoffs. But in the grand scheme of things, you lost. And
no. But if you blow a 3-1 lead, you're not getting credit. You're gonna get like shamed.
Yes, but like in the ultra, like if we take perspective out and like his grandma's like, Doc, what'd you do? And he was like, I coached the NBA in the playoffs.
Okay.
Like I coached the basketball. Like if we dumb it down that far, yes,
Okay.
congratulations, you
Yeah.
did good, Doc. But if we're talking about like how ownership feels or how players feel or how fans feel, no one's going to give him credit for winning 3 games.
No, nobody's gonna get credit. But see, but it's not just winning 3 games. It's in a
It's
7 game
blowing a
series
3-1
where
lead,
you're up
exactly.
3-1, and then after the 3-1 blow, after blowing the 3-1 lead, you go. I mean, you guys gotta give us credit.
Yeah, like no, I'll give you more credit if you're down 3-0 and then you claw back and still
Claw
lose in
back,
7
yeah, and still lose. I'd
and
probably give you
still
more
lose.
credit. But no, if
I'll
you're
give you a
up,
little bit more.
you're like no. It's like yeah. It's like you get credit for winning 3, but then you lost 3 in a row.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean that's bad too. That's also bad.
I don't know how many times he's done that in his career, but he's seemingly upset that he is not given credit for.
He's definitely not too happy about it, Devin. All right, New York.
I wonder. No, but I wonder like if he talks about other. Sorry, I wonder if he talks about other coaches.
What do you mean?
And he's like, "Well, congrats to the other coach who, like, congrats to fucking Steve Kerr,
Oh,
who won 3 games and then still lost a series. Good on him."
see, but
Like, fuck off.
oh no. To the media, I'm sure he was all like, "Yo, you got to give him credit to go 73-9." Sorry, 73-9.
Yeah.
You got to give him credit where it's due.
Paul George fucked my daughter.
Oh, did he?
Didn't he?
Did he?
I thought he dated Doc's daughter.
That's a wild thing to just put out there. Is that true?
Can you give it a goog so I don't sound like a fucking psychopath?
Okay.
Jesus Christ. You made
what
me look like
exactly-
an idiot.
What exactly am I searching up?
Paul
Paul
George's girlfriend.
Date. Doc Rivers' daughter?
Ex-fiance, no?
Yes. All right, this is AI overview.
All right, well, it's the truth.
Paul George dated
AI
Doc
is
Rivers'
right
daughter,
always.
Callie Rivers, who is now married to Seth Curry.
Yes.
But this says there's no actual evidence. There's actually no evidence that Paul George ever dated Doc Rivers. A somewhat common theme on this sub is that Paul George dated Doc Rivers' daughter and then cheated on her with his current wife. If you Google Paul George, Callie Rivers, all sources of them being together come from this picture saying Callie Rivers' name, but that's 100% not her. Papers have ran away with this rumor. Okay, so
That was a rumor?
it's a rumor. I mean, it's like
I thought they for sure dated.
it's the Delonte West thing, you know. It's just we're gonna say that this is what happened.
No, the Delonte West thing was
It
a much deeper rumor.
100% did not happen.
What, Delonte West?
No, dude. Okay,
There's a reason that.
let's be so super real.
No, I know.
It's like I get it. It's like people have sympathy.
I'm
for
sorry
bro.
that I brought that. Paul
No,
George
no. But people have like sympathy for Delonte, and I get it. But saying that that's the reason is just like such a cop out, and is like such a like. It's like okay, so we're blaming Braun for him being a junkie on the streets. It's
Also, like, every junkie didn't fuck LeBron's mom. It's not how all of them got there.
Devin, that is
like they're not all like, well, yeah, let me dap you up real quick.
that might be the first and only time that sentence will ever be said. That was such a rare sentence. Like if we were playing like a game of like build a sentence, like you just won. Like you just
I won Scrabble. I won LeBron's mom Scrabble.
That was hilarious. Shout out.
But no, I mean, yeah, like Delonte probably made some poor life choices. One of them being that.
I don't think he did.
I don't think that led to anything.
I don't think he did that. I'm gonna just throw that out there. I personally don't think he did that.
I don't think pigs can fly, but you know.
You don't have to. New York Giants. They signed Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
After signing,
now we're talking about real things.
After signing Jameis Winston. And I'm upset.
Damn, I forgot about that. Damn it, I forgot about that. I also forgot that as we were talking about landing spots for Russ, we still forgot to mention the one place he cannot go.
Where?
Atlanta.
Why would we?
I thought about that the other night when I was asleep.
Oh God, yeah, it's good
I
thing
forgot.
good thing they got bro over there. But I'm upset, bro. It's like the Giants aren't doing anything next year, right? You know, like
Fuck no.
they're not going to do a single thing. So why not for 17 games, possibly, we can just see Jameis Winston just chuck it up 40 times a game
Yep.
for, just one good solid season.
I mean, maybe we get another 30 for 30 season. That'd be
Maybe
nice.
we do. Maybe it's 35 for 35. Maybe we up it a little bit, 40 for 40.
Ooh.
Let's see how high. Can we go 50-50?
50 for 50.
Can
Show
we go
that. There we go.
50-50 Jameis? I'd love to see it. 50-50, 50-100.
50-50 and 6.
50-50 and 6,000 yards.
50-50 and 6.
I wanted to see Jameis lead the league in passing yards next season.
Yes.
And now we're going to have Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that sucks.
And of course it's going to be like Jameis Winston, like, oh, all glory to God. Russell's a great quarterback.
Yeah, Russell's the...
I'm just here to, if my time comes, it's like, fuck.
I know.
Like,
I want this motherfucker fighting for a spot, dude.
Like I want bro to play.
This should be a QB competition, dude. This should be Daniel Jones and what's his name?
Anthony Richardson. But this move makes me just like at this point draft Shador.
But Shador's off the table now. You're not going to draft.
Is he?
Basically.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do with him? You're going to start him over Russ?
What the fuck are you going to do with Russ? No. Nobody said let's just assume he's not starting next season. Shador Sanders for any team.
Are we already saying that?
I'm gonna.
No, I would say don't start him, but like NFL teams, they were pretty sure about starting him a few months ago.
Yeah, but they should change.
No, Shador's gonna go 2 or fucking 3 or 4 or 5, whatever.
I mean, at this point, I'm saying like I talked about last episode. If Shador ain't gonna play, he might as well sit in a QB room where it's soaking up something. So it's like, all right, you get to sit in a QB room with a quarterback that's been there, done that. A quarterback who's made every single mistake on the football field, and it's like you can learn what to do and what not to do, through that. And it's like, if anything, it's like, Shador goes into that locker room. It's like, that's a crazy quarterback room, first of all.
No, the craziest quarterback room ever.
The craziest quarterback room in the world, and they almost,
all glory to God.
They almost kind of all need a piece of each other. Like Russ is a little too goody two shoes and all this and all that. Jameis doesn't give a shit.
Jameis doesn't know. Yeah, he doesn't
Shador, obviously he's coming in as the rookie.
Shador's playing it way too cool. Way too cool. He's like, I can change an NFL team because I've done it before.
So, maybe that type of quarterback room would be great for him. I mean, it's not like he's going to see a bunch of winning culture or a lot of winning culture, but at least he can. It'd be better than sitting behind what? I don't know. Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
Tua. Sitting behind Tua. Sitting behind Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, that would suck. That would not be good.
Sitting behind.
I would much rather him sit behind like a vet who would. Those two vets would try to bring him up.
Yeah.
Like if he sat behind A-Rod or any of those, honestly any other quarterback. And you don't want anyone too young. You don't want anyone who's really trying to take your shit over. Those two dudes are going to bring Shador up.
I don't know. Even Jordan Love gives Aaron credit.
He does. And I think we give Aaron shit just for how he talks to the media.
I mean, because he's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
But I bet he's fucking decent to the people he plays with or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I mean, he even said he wouldn't mind mentoring somebody, which I don't know if that's just a tactic to get more teams to call, but that's the only time I'm going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. You know why? Because I just saw a report that Minnesota didn't even fucking close the door on talks with Aaron Rodgers yet. So I'm
No,
over this shit. I'm
no.
over it. I'm completely over the Aaron Rodgers shit.
Well, now all they're doing is just fucking pissing on their young quarterback. Like, yeah, you might have a job, or you don't.
Yeah. I mean, well,
Like, you were drafted real high, and we're
but
still not gonna play.
but that's the problem. It's like at this point, it's like they keep going like, no, we really trust JJ. We really
Yes,
do.
but
No. We really trust him. But like we won't like not answer the phone if Aaron calls.
like, all right, anyone would take Aaron Rodgers.
It's like, well, not if you have a quarterback that you believe in.
That you truly believe in, yeah.
Bro, and if San Fran ain't trading Purdy on his contract year, then I don't see why Minnesota would even talk to Aaron at this point.
I know.
It's not worth it. Aaron's going to Pittsburgh. Anyways, you know what move blew my mind? Kind of blew my mind. Just because it was more of a disappointing move.
Yeah. It's a career killer.
Well, I mean, in terms of getting a bag.
No, I mean on the football field.
Stephon Diggs.
I wish that move the best. I would have much rather have seen him go to a contender, a team where he can make an impact. Got a bag. I don't know how much. What was it?
3 years, $69 million, 26 guaranteed.
Not terrible. That's good.
That's a bag.
No, of course.
That's a crazy bag.
Especially for someone his age, yes.
I'm saying with this, bro, he's like 31. Like, no, this is like he went to the team that paid him the most money.
Yes.
Like he absolutely is calling it quits on running for going on a ring chasing hunt and that's what disappoints me. It's like 2 years ago,
he was getting upset at a good team so that he could go win a chip and then pick Houston.
Did he get picked? Did he not get traded to Houston?
Or got traded. Well, then, I mean, it shows where his judgment's at.
That's
Fucking
what I'm
pick
saying.
the Patriots.
He picks the Patriots.
That aren't going to win for the next 50 years.
He picked the highest number. I'm not going to sit here and pretend for a second he went, you know what?
Drake May's the future.
We can go in there and do this. But see, that's my problem. It's like, I knew New England was going to jump the gun on this. They got all this money. They brought in Mike Vrabel. And instead of, because I feel like there's this pressure on New England to like, it's like they went 20 years of dominance. And now for the last like 5, they've been absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
It's like, we need to win now.
Now, yeah.
And it's like, a lot of teams are win now. But, like, you can't be a team who is like, main focus is, how are we going to rebuild?
Yes.
And also be win now.
Win now, yeah.
It's like
you can't be developing a quarterback and then go, we need to absolutely win. And that was, like, I think one of the bigger problems with Chicago, because it was like you can't just pop off and say a guy's pro ready, try to give him everything, and then go, oh, I don't know why he's not winning a Super Bowl right now. It's like, no, because he just fucking got to the league, and like, for his sake, yeah, cool. It's cool to get hyped up and you're pro ready and all this shit, but kind of puts a real shitter on your first season because everyone else was able to have a rookie season where they exceeded expectations.
I mean,
he exceeded nothing
because the pressure's on now.
Now the pressure's on. You got a fucking receiver.
You got Diggs. You got Ramondre. They made upgrades to their O line, including the Morgan Moses pickup. They got two nice tight ends, Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. New head coach. Hopefully, maybe they can get something out of like Kendrick Bourne or whoever else at the wide receiver 2 or 3. But
who's DeMario Douglas? Is he still there?
I believe so.
Cool.
That was a pull.
Just the name I saw.
Yeah,
I remember.
I believe. I was just looking at their depth chart. I believe so. I could be completely wrong, but either way,
whatever it is.
It's like, in my eyes, this is a max, like an upper, like mid.
7 or 8, maybe 9 wins.
Maybe 9, like 9 max.
Yeah, max.
9, like 9 and
but
that's
if they pop off and win the division or do something crazy. I said win the division I thought of the 3 teams and I forgot the other team.
If they do that, we need to.
Drake May's the GOAT.
We're gonna go change this whole podcast up and go review movies or something because we're not.
Yes.
We're like 100% not fit to talk about.
I'd like to do
that. Maybe one day.
I'd like to review horror movies. Suck.
No, yeah, movies do suck. We're not cinema sins. But
you're gonna watch the new Final Destination?
No, I'm not actually because they ruined it just like every other good movie from our era. I can't stand it. Just to speak on that for a second, the new Final Destination, I saw it, and it's like I
saw that. I saw the trailer.
The great thing about like our era, especially, and then before, like our era before, especially movies. TV's different. I think our era of TV was the best, but just movies, like they try to overcomplicate it so much, and it's like because just from seeing the trailer, it's like now they're trying to make it seem like this family tie, this deeper, it's like Rose telling the story of the Titanic. It's like no, it's like this doesn't have to be this.
No, just make it a fucking crazy movie.
We want to see the craziest death.
There's a fucking roller coaster falling on someone's nutsack and they're dead.
Yes, like
call it a day. Yeah.
We don't need
not like grandpa stepped on a piece of glass. It's because I fucked a guy in 1987 and ruined the whole fucking family.
Yeah, no, we're definitely gonna boycott the Final Destination.
I don't think you have to. That is funny to have a you don't have to boycott Final Destination. Like to have a thing so
Speaking of boycott, Brink.
Popular.
You know what Brink said? She said, "I ain't sitting out for shit."
Come on, Brink.
She said,
"Brinks or Brink?"
She's Brink. What the fuck's her name?
Cameron Brinks.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. But
Cameron Brinks.
But I did see her. She was like, I ain't going to demand more money until we start filling these seats up and start selling more tickets. Yada yada. And I was like, oh. Someone who like knows how money works. It's crazy. It's like crazy how like when you sit and look at so this is how much money goes into it, and that's how much money is being taken out of it.
Imagine having Angel Reese being your spokesperson. It's like Tracy Morgan being the spokesperson of the NBA.
They come to the Knicks.
Yeah. No, he's got no concept of anything.
Hey, does anybody know what the best pre-game meal is? I'm wondering, because Tracy looked like he ate the best thing possible before.
Don't get the chicken tendies.
Don't get the corned beef.
Please get the corned beef.
But no, Stephon Diggs to New England, I mean, I hate it. I hate it so much because I really thought he was like, and not to use like a corny word, but like a corny saying, but like in it to win it. Like he was standing on the side in the field crying, watching the Chiefs celebrate. Like
fucking multiple years.
Side eyeing Josh Allen last year. Like it's like bro, it's like you got this like vendetta.
All this petty shit to just be a non-factor next year.
But this will for revenge, you gotta win.
I mean, I can tell you that the 2 times that the Bills play the Pats next year, the Pats are getting smoked.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like if he did it for such a petty reason to go play Josh Allen twice a year, it's probably the dumbest thing ever.
Oh no.
It's definitely because of money, but no, I would much rather have seen him go to a legitimate team. I think he still had a chance to
Chargers.
But I think he still had a chance to be good in Houston.
Oh, no, 100%.
That's a team that definitely could have used him.
Houston absolutely still needed him, and the fact that he... Like, okay, here's the thing. I don't want to dig too deep because we don't know what conversations are being had, but it's like, look, we traded for you. Your knee kind of screwed us.
For real?
Can't you, like, give us another year or two?
Give me a year.
It's like, come on,
I'll give you 1 year.
Like, we'll match 1 year's worth of that.
Yes.
It's like, bro.
Guaranteed. With incentives.
It's like, if that's what Stephon Diggs got after tearing his ACL, what could he get after playing a full season and getting 1,000 yards?
Exactly.
Having another 1,000-yard season. That might be, even a bigger bag.
I guess he's preparing for this being his last contract, maybe. And just needing something. But yeah, no, it's a shame. Yeah, just because, I mean, but like, to go from like a young quarterback in CJ who has, in my opinion, more potential than Drake May. To Drake May is, I don't know. It's just weird.
It is. So Diggs to New England. It's official. It's a thing. I mean, at least New England games won't be as boring.
No, there's now a reason to tune in.
Like it'll be cool. Like they won't just be another screen with a game. Like it just
Yeah,
a game.
yeah.
Like it'll be like, oh, cool. I know, interesting.
14 for
Back to whatever 1:00 game is on. But speaking of games being on that we may
now,
not be watching,
do you think they'll get Cooper Kupp just to get Whites back in New England? White receivers back in New England?
well, he's in Seattle, so
Yeah, I gotta pay attention.
did you forget?
I forgot.
No, it's not even paying attention because we like talked about it and
I need to pay
about
attention to what the fuck I say because I'm an absolute
it's okay.
idiot.
It's all
I
right.
can only think of one white receiver, and even Braxton Berrios has a team.
Braxton Berrios is on the Texans
Houston?
now. Yeah.
Houston.
There you go, bro. Philip,
$2
there
mil.
you go. We don't need.
Yeah,
We need Christian
Houston's
Kirk.
good. We don't need you, Stephon.
Who needs Diggs when you got Christian Kirk and Braxton Berrios?
Oh, ew, I hate
God.
Christian Kirk.
What a lineup. All right.
Dang.
The UFL Week 1 lineup. That's a lineup, Devin.
Yes.
And as I was looking through the schedule, because obviously it doesn't matter. St. Louis versus Houston, San Antonio versus Arlington, Michigan versus Memphis, Birmingham versus DC. That's the lineup. But the only interesting thing that I started.
You gotta remind me. I gotta go to one of those DC games. Those look fun.
Yeah, just walk in. All you gotta do, just walk in.
I can't walk in places looking like me. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
walk
can't just
in.
show up.
Look very suspicious with a backpack and your hood up, and just walk
You know,
in there.
every time I do have a backpack on, I'm like, all right, Devin, please.
I mean,
do not leave this anywhere.
Are airports tricky?
No, actually,
No.
dude, that was the last time I flew was to go down
And did you?
to Florida.
Never had a problem?
That was when I rocked the full beard. That was the full beard. That was fucking a
Dude,
big
I mean,
boy beard. I was
at
getting
least-
looks, but I didn't get double checked nowhere. People were like, "Hi, how you doing?" People were
How
being
you
nice
doing?
to me
Nice,
because
nice.
they wanted to be spared.
Yes, exactly. Don't go to school tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what they
it was
said.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
that.
All right. Yeah.
I was that kid. I was the kid in the corner.
Perfect. Makes perfect sense. But this is what I was thinking as I was looking at at this schedule, right? Houston, Arlington, San Antonio, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take those three, and let's put one to OKC.
Ooh,
Let's throw one like in New Mexico.
no.
Yeah. No,
No.
places where there's not
New Mexico.
a team.
No.
Dude, put it right across the street from New Mexico State, and they'll fucking go to the fucking Lobos games, and then they'll go watch the fucking New Mexico Renegades or whatever you want to call them. I'm saying there doesn't need to be three UFL teams in Texas. Like, people already don't care about. A lot of people could care less about Dallas. Let's be real.
Also, there's probably
Good or
more
bad?
people going to Texas high school football games than UFL games.
Absolutely, and I'm saying it's like there's,
Damn.
but like if you also think about it, it's like, and not to shit on these states, bro, but there ain't much to do in OKC.
No.
So why
I've
not
never
have a
been, but-
football team there? Why not have a football team in New Mexico? I mean, okay, they
Well,
threw-
and that's why, I mean, St. Louis was selling out their games because they haven't seen football in ages.
but exactly the St. Louis move, but that's perfect.
I got you.
Keep that team in St. Louis. I'd say even maybe Birmingham. It's like, all right, maybe
It's
maybe,
Alabama, though.
but it's different. Like, I was even
More
considering maybe move that Michigan or Memphis team, give South Carolina a team, because South Carolina, a lot of people in South Carolina don't even claim the Panthers.
No.
A lot of them don't. So, and this isn't, obviously they're not gonna, the UFL isn't gonna rule their fandom, but I'm just saying, if we're gonna try to get some type of draw or some type of interest, put it in a spot where it's gonna be like people who don't already have a fucking team and could care less about, like, let's be real. I'm sure the UFL saw the decline in Washington fans and went, well, what if we put another team there? Would they be more interested in them instead? Like, I'm sure they had that thought. Nobody went, we need 3 more teams where there's a team in a state called America's team. We should probably put 3 more teams in that state.
Where there's football going on
everywhere.
Every day of the week.
At
everywhere. You're 100% right about that. Put a team in outside of Charleston. Bro, put a little bit of football near Charleston.
I mean, I moved them all around. I said you could take all those Texas teams out, put one at OKC, put one in New Mexico. Shit, go to Mississippi, put one right in between Mississippi State and Ole Miss, and just tell them fight.
What about up north?
Nah, Jersey. Fuck that, because there's one in Michigan, and I don't see it
up north.
I'd say.
No. I mean like northeast, like New England or Jersey,
West Virginia.
No.
Yes.
There's 8 people there. They're all.
There's not 8 people. High. There's nothing to fucking do. So let's go to the West Virginia Panthers game.
There's 2 cities in that whole fucking state.
Bro, you are throwing football stadiums or football teams in hot cities, and they don't give a fuck.
True.
Like, we know they don't give a fuck. So why not give a city or a community something new that they could actually pop? Like, we're talking about places like
create a big cult following. Why don't we start our own fucking football league?
I'm just saying, you're like, oh, they have 8 people there. So yeah, if it's a place where a new mall or a new Denny's would excite them, then maybe a new fucking football team might excite them. I mean, it's just like, a
new Denny's.
It's just that's what it is.
New Denny's is very exciting.
I think that'd be a great move. Throw them everywhere.
When was the last time you saw a Denny's being put up?
I don't know. But move the Memphis team to South Carolina. You don't need another team in Tennessee. They barely care about the Titans. Like, what are we doing? It doesn't make any sense. It'd be like putting another team in Cali. Like, there's no reason. Or Florida. There doesn't need to be a team here or there. But Orlando was cool. Orlando was at least like, it's next to Disney. It's near Disney, like, I guess.
Ton of olds.
But Orlando, you're telling me, at least, like, if you're going to be in a professional football league, it's not the NFL, at least I can live in Orlando and not fucking Birmingham.
What's wrong with Birmingham?
I don't know. How cold is Michigan? I'd rather go to Disney on my off day when I can play, when I'm not playing football, than be than border Canada. Like, I'm not. What are we doing? Birmingham. It's freezing. It's just, I don't know.
Next to Canada.
I think if there's any chance on, like, obviously they're wasting money, spending a bunch of money on this shit, and I don't know if they're just making it easier. Let's have 3 teams in Texas and.
But yeah, no one's going to a fucking San Antonio Brahmas game.
They're not.
That's the dumbest thing ever. No, but yeah, like for real, St. Louis was selling out their stadium.
Yes, and
because they hadn't had a team there since the Rams moved.
And it was a smart move, and they should have done that from the jump. And it should have been, we're gonna pick cities that need or want football. And it's like, here's the thing.
Well, maybe the WNBA should do that. Maybe they need a Seattle. Do they have a Seattle team? All right, we gotta stop. All right, we're talking about the WNBA for like the next.
But here's the thing, though. It's like, bro, people don't care about the Clippers. Why is there an LA team for the WNBA? It's like they don't care. People aren't going to care because they don't even care about the B team that's in LA for the NBA.
Well, it's like being a Nets fan. How many fucking Nets fans are there?
Not many.
It's like they were the New Jersey Nets, and now they're in Brooklyn.
Like, come on, bro.
Everyone in Brooklyn, I'm assuming, was a Knicks fan before fucking 2011 or whatever.
You can form a group just as big of West Virginia Badger fans. We can figure it out. We can figure it out, Devin. But all right, before we guess some athletes,
West Virginia Possums.
Before you guess some athletes, I saw something interesting. You know, we've been doing a lot of top 5s, top 10s. So I got another top 5 for you. But this is more. This is more, nothing statistical. It's more just a conversation, and I mean the 5.
Top 5 cheesy flavors.
The 5, that we're gonna put might be obvious. Maybe just the order might be, the conversation. The 5 quarterbacks with the most pressure to win a Super Bowl currently, right now, 5 quarterbacks with the most.
Maybe we should pressure the ones who haven't won a Super Bowl.
Okay, well, yeah, no, obviously we're
Boomer Esiason needs to kick his shit up.
All right, obviously, there's 2 people at the top of this list. It's Lamar and it's Josh Allen.
Yeah. Who would you have?
Now, who would before I answer? I'm a Ravens fan, so you answer.
Lamar.
Why?
2 MVPs. I don't want to say that they have had better opportunities.
No, speak. I'm genuinely asking. I'm not trying.
No, I'm trying to figure out.
Speak your mind because I want to know.
I think overall team wise, so tough. I don't like. I'm trying to figure out like who would.
Here, okay.
Outside of my gut feeling, I don't know what else would lead me to say Lamar outside of like to cement some legacy.
Okay,
like I think that Lamar is, because he is a step or 2 ahead of Josh. For him to get on the level of Mahomes or anywhere near Mahomes, he has to win a Super Bowl. I think Josh is getting there now with his MVP, so they're kind of similar to where they're at. Like they're not going to be able to breach that Mahomes conversation until they've won something.
So Lamar, the Super Bowl is the last thing keeping him from GOAT status.
GOAT?
To be in that upper echelon of quarterbacks.
Yes.
To be in that conversation.
Yeah.
That's the final thing. Like you said, he's done everything. He's done it all. Records, self.
And he's also had
personal accolades. Just
much better statistical seasons than Josh Allen.
And I hate and you can disagree if you think it's wrong, but and this is truly because I'm over the Buffalo Bills hate. Like I'm not trying to shit on their fans or anything, but I do think there is a little bit of a different standard since the establishment of the Baltimore Ravens. A handful of years in, there was championships expected.
True.
If you don't want to give the Ravens that much credit at this point, we are at the Ravens need to win a Super Bowl every single year. It's like there's nothing lower than Super Bowls for the Ravens.
No, and like the amount of Super Bowl talk that has come out of, like, Lamar said it on his draft night. Lamar said it throughout his entire second year in the league and has continued to talk about that afterward. And you guys having a history winning 2 Super Bowls. The Bills have a history of disappointment and diarrhea, and maybe making a Super Bowl is okay. That's cool.
But see, so the Bills are still waiting for their first Super Bowl. Like, just being at the status that they're at right now is great. And I think they're getting closer and closer now. Like now, like they are they're at a point. Like if it's not 1 and 2, it's 1A, 1B. Like Josh Allen's right there as expected.
Well, with that, I think had he not won MVP, I think Lamar would be well above.
Well, I mean,
are
you really factoring in? I don't factor in the MVP.
No, but it's just the fact that they've given you an MVP now. They've put you in that conversation. They've put you in the. Now you've got a cool Wikipedia page.
But let me ask you a question though. It's the most pressure, right?
Yeah.
So let me. Okay, I'll say this to you right now.
Fan base pressure is big.
I'll ask you this.
Yes.
Pressure, expectation, right? Okay? So hear me out. If Lamar Jackson retired today, he's still the greatest dual threat quarterback of all time, best
True.
rushing quarterback of all time, the greatest one. He's a great.
Yes.
He's a great. He's not in the GOAT. He's not a GOAT. He's a great.
No, he's a great.
If Dak Prescott retired today, he would be looked at as one of the biggest failures
True.
ever.
True.
After all the money, after all the teams, after all the weapons, after all the oh, I'm gonna get hurt, but I'm gonna still get paid. Oh, but I'm gonna fucking still lose.
True.
Is there not a world where, in our eyes, we don't expect Dak Prescott to, at this point, we're just making sure he's not going to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah. We're like, that's all I want every year. As long as
But
Dallas doesn't win.
would you
Right.
not, is there not a possibility where there might be more pressure?
I think there is.
Or how
Like-
much does expectation play into pressure, I guess is the question.
A good bit, I think.
Because we don't expect Dak to win no Super Bowl at this point, but you are the Dallas Cowboys. You do have a winning standard. You do have crazy fans. You do have Jerry Jones paying everybody this money expecting Super Bowl rings like it's the 90s.
Yes, but I mean, I think that we expect the Buffalo Bills to win as well, and that's just because they've been there before. I think from a team perspective, I think you guys have had better teams that, like, if you guys didn't win the Super Bowl, that's a bad year. But no, the Bills, it's more so they've been there. And then they just have never gotten over that Chiefs hump. You guys lost to the Chiefs once. Now you're into that not being able to get over the Chiefs hump. But pressure-wise, I think Lamar has more pressure from his fan base. I think he has more pressure from just how he gets talked about.
I'll say from expectations and just flat out just skill, Lamar and Josh Allen have more pressure to win. But in terms of what they've been given, how many chances they've had, it's Dak. But I will put Lamar and Josh up at the top.
Yeah.
But if it was Josh or Lamar on that type of team, and we're given this many opportunities, you gotta think, bro. It's been 10 years. Been 10 or 11 years.
10. It's 2016 debut, man.
It's
15, 16.
it's the fact that we know he's not going to go win a Super Bowl, so we're not putting the pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? But I guess obviously it's I guess pressure and expectation, they have to coexist.
Well, it's kind of like, I mean, like, you don't expect someone with no legs to dunk a basketball, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Dak has no legs. We don't expect him to win a Super Bowl.
Do we just have to accept that the pressure and expectations just coincide? Oh, come on, we smart out here. Coincide.
Smart.
I think that we just have to accept that they have to coexist. The expectations, the pressure comes with the expectation. You wouldn't be on this list if you didn't have.
Yes.
You wouldn't. The pressure comes with expectation. Yeah, cool, whatever. I didn't know that was the same.
With expectation. What the fuck is it? I don't fucking know how to read.
With expectation comes pressure? With pressure comes expectation?
No, it's with power becomes great responsibility.
Pressure makes diamonds?
Pressure makes diamonds. All
right, look.
Yeah, never mind.
So I'll go Lamar. I'll go Josh, right? But then I think it does start to get interesting because those are obviously the top two guys just out of plain skill. You're going to say they need to win a Super Bowl this year. They need to win a Super Bowl last year. Like, what are we talking about? Now, but okay. No, he ain't on this fucking list. If you won a Super Bowl, you're not on this list. If you've won a Super Bowl, you're not. Is Aaron Rodgers, as of right now, expected to go win a Super Bowl currently?
No, he's not expected, but I mean, there's been pressure since he won in 2011.
So you think out of
I don't.
all,
Maybe the pressure
like,
doesn't continue until now. Yeah.
we're talking like top 5 quarterbacks with the most pressure to win a Super Bowl.
This year.
Just to win a Super Bowl.
Not win a Super Bowl.
Not be 40 years old and have pretty much every record that Tom Brady hasn't broken and already have a Super Bowl and have 4 MVPs and already be a GOAT in your like sport.
Fair.
And just trying to add on to your legacy. Like, no. Aaron Rodgers can retire. He's all right.
Yes.
Not much pressure on him.
Kirk Daddy?
No. See, like, you're naming people like.
No, I agree.
All right.
I agree. I was throwing out a name.
Joe Burrow.
Joe.
Trevor Lawrence. Justin Herbert. Okay, but that's the thing. You make that face. So does okay. So does Trevor Lawrence just get the excuse of being on a bad team until there's no more pressure on him to win?
No, I think there will be pressure.
Like when? So I'm saying
when
how
he
much
does
longer?
Get a good team.
How much longer?
When he gets when he leaves Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. But that's what I'm saying. So we have to wait till
Jacksonville's not winning shit.
So we just get to excuse any other quarterback that's been able to do more with less because of their skill and or talent.
No, but I think that like we shouldn't even be talking about Super Bowls with.
No, but by this point,
like we should be talking about Pro Bowls.
No, but by this point in his
career,
career,
he have a Pro Bowl? Does he even have a Pro Bowl?
Come on, bro.
I don't know.
Don't do that. But by this point in his career, he should be in those conversations.
Yeah, no, agreed.
He should be
like the same way that Burrow was put in those conversations that early, and was in a Super Bowl. Yeah, but I mean, yes, Trevor's play hasn't been up to the level of these other quarterbacks, but I think he has to leave Jacksonville for the pressure to really.
So like I'm trying to gauge like how you look at like pressure on a quarterback. So like does CJ Stroud have more pressure than Trevor Lawrence to win a Super Bowl? Like is it, and I'm asking like, are you considering like trajectory, like because of where CJ is probably gonna be opposed to where Trevor Lawrence once was, or like, you know what I mean? Like
it's like a feeling in my tummy, you know?
See, but that's like crazy to me that you would even consider putting CJ over Trevor Lawrence and more pressure to win a Super Bowl at this point in their NFL careers.
Well, there's like pressure and then there's like who should be in the conversation. But I think in reality, I think CJ Stroud has a better chance moving forward. Like if we're talking about chance, who has a better chance,
Jaden Daniels has a better chance than Trevor Lawrence to win a Super Bowl.
But that's kind of what creates pressure. Like Trevor Lawrence doesn't really have a chance. Like he shouldn't really be that pressure to.
So no pressure on it. Any pressure on Justin Herbert? I'm not saying I necessarily.
I think there is now. But
I don't think I put T-Law.
But again, it's like the step. Like when we talk about Lamar and Josh, it's like they've achieved everything. Now there's pressure to do that. But with Justin, it's like stay healthy for a season, or fucking win a fucking playoff game, or like I don't know, do something like make it fucking AFC Championship. Like Lamar and Josh have come so close.
So then I'd have to put Burrow at 3.
I think so.
I mean, he's been there.
He's been there.
He made a Super Bowl.
He has a very good offense.
Yeah. See, but that's why he ain't Lamar and Josh though. He's got a little, like.
Yeah, he's got a little.
Like he's got a little, like, all right, like you're probably not going to, but
yes.
The pressure's on.
Yes.
Because you got to think it's like all these quarterbacks are playing, like they're all playing with each other in their prime.
Yes.
Like the pressure's on, and it's
For
like why I'm bringing up someone like Dak, where it's like, bro, you set your expectations really high when you got into the league, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
And now he's got no expectations.
But there's still,
the cream of the crop
expectation, because I want to bring up a quarterback
rises to the top.
If he's not top 5, how long does it take for Jordan Love to make it? You are the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. Favre, Rodgers, Love. The only thing you can do is be putting us in the giving us the best opportunity to get into a fucking Super Bowl.
I think he starts to get pressure when we stop asking if Malik Willis can do the same job for the same team.
That's a bar. Okay. Okay.
Like, the fact that that question was brought up kind of knocks him down a peg, and I hated that that was a thing last year. And it's like, no, I get it. He was injured a lot last year and all this shit, but he hasn't given us the magic or the, like, even that Herbert has given us in the past or Lawrence has given us in the past. Like, I think he might get pressure from the Packers fan base because they're a winning organization and all this shit. But when it comes to young quarterbacks who face pressure, I don't think he should be near that list.
All right. Well, then I'm looking at Jared Goff.
Yeah.
I'm looking at.
I think Goff for sure.
I mean, I brought up Justin Herbert. I brought up Dak. That's really who I'm looking at. I don't know who else you'd put over them, like that. Like out of everybody else, like all right, it's not Baker Mayfield, it's not.
No, but
It's
I
not,
wish.
like I said, it's not C.J. Stroud, it's not Caleb Williams, it's not Bryce Young, it's not the other quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls. It's not Matt Stafford, it's not Aaron Rodgers, it's definitely not Shador.
Kyler Murray.
So that's what I'm saying. I truly think that.
Well, I think what's his name who you just brought up and I said yes to.
Goff?
Goff, yes.
If I put Goff at 4, I gotta put Dak on the list.
And that's fair.
Dak's gotta be on the list.
And I think he has a case just because like this, it's not the worst. Like, this part, like, he should have figured something out already. But they've never made it out of the second round. They've never taken that extra step. But no, Dak needs to figure it out. Yeah, otherwise it's a complete failure because he has nothing else to show other than,
like, bro, they have Super Bowl aspirations. They have Super Bowl aspirations every year, all year. Like, it doesn't matter how their season's going.
Nope.
Like, as long as they're playing on Sunday, they think they got a chance to go get it. Like, the pressure's there. It is. So, all right, top 5 quarterbacks with the most pressure to win a Super Bowl. Dak Prescott at 5, Jared Goff at 4, Joe Burrow at 3, Josh Allen at 2, Lamar Jackson at 1.
And I think Herbert kind of kisses the list just because Harbaugh's not there.
Herbert, what are you saying?
Like, I'm saying that he's close to getting those big expectations because he now has
okay.
a real, like, that was the thing holding them back, was Brandon Staley being one of the worst coaches in NFL history, and blowing a fucking. It was the Chargers who lost to the Jags, no?
I think so.
3 years ago or whatever it was.
I think so. Yeah, they
blowing that crazy lead because their head coach sucks. So now they have a good head coach. No more excuses. Go win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he might be. He's probably 6.
But yeah,
he's right there.
And then if he had gotten Diggs, bump him up a little bit, but still no real receivers. Whatever.
That is a fucking shame. No Diggs. All right, time to get some athletes, Devin. I got some facts for you. I got some players. All right. This player has 5 Pro Bowls. He's played for 2 teams. He has more rushing yards than Jamal Lewis, less rushing yards than Steven Jackson.
What the stinky?
Okay. More total rushing touchdowns than Frank Gore, but less than Marcus Allen.
Okay. 5 pros, 2 teams, less rushing yards than Steven Jackson,
but more than Jamal Lewis.
Yeah.
But less than Steven Jackson. That's a name.
That's a Bills legend right
there. He was the first player to record multiple 1,900 plus rushing yard seasons.
Dickerson? No, Dickerson's so high up on all those lists. Don't be an idiot, there. Don't be an absolute idiot. Actually, I have no idea, but maybe he's high up on those lists. Damn, I wish it was my favorite football player of all time.
It's not.
Damn it.
We've already done him.
We did do Orenthal.
It's pretty simple.
Simple? 2 teams.
5 Pro Bowls. First to record multiple 1,900-yard rushing seasons.
First? Jim Brown?
First and only. Oh my God.
Am I an idiot?
Yeah, I'm about to tell you.
LT?
No.
Who the fuck was the first and only to have 2? Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
God damn you, asshole.
It's Derrick Henry.
God damn you, you slimy bitch.
You've only guessed him like 100 times during this
I've only
segment.
fucking, with a second you bring up these old goddamn names, I think the furthest back in history I can. It's Jim Brown.
All right, let's see how far back you think with this one. This player was a 3-time Pro Bowler. He played for 5 teams. He has more total sacks than Clay Matthews, but less total sacks than Carlos Dunlap. He's 2-0 in Super Bowl appearances.
Teddy Bruschi.
No.
Damn. I just want to say his name. I'm sorry.
What a bull. He was the 15th pick in the 2010 draft.
Oh. 2010 drafts, 2 bowls, 2-0, 3 Pro Bowls.
5 teams.
Fuck. Linebacker?
I mean, he had more sacks than Clay Matthews, less sacks than Carlos Dunlap.
So linebacker. Oh, fuck, my brain's so dumb, dude. I was like, Patrick Willis? God damn it, dude. 3 bowls, 5 teams.
3 Pro Bowls, 5 teams, 2-0 in his Super Bowl appearances. First pick in the 15th pick in the 2010 draft.
You're a slut.
Yeah. Yeah. 5 teams, 2-0 in Super Bowl appearances. Some sacks, more than Clay.
Is there anything else you got for me?
I mean, anything else would just give it away completely.
Really, so this is a name.
He has a hyphenation in his a hyphenation? A hyphen?
A hyphenated name?
But what would be what we'd call it? A hyphenation?
Hyphen.
Sure. In his name.
So his name's hyphenated.
Hyphenation is a process of using a hyphen. Suck my dick. It's a word. It's a word.
Is that word hyphenated?
But yeah, okay. See if that helps you at all.
It definitely doesn't.
Oh wow. All right. Well, then I'm gonna have to just tell you.
That's rough.
Damn,
that's rough.
It's Jason Pierre-Paul.
JPP, dude.
This is JPP, bro.
You're right. Anything would have given it away, dude.
The hyphenated. Well, there was only like one other fact.
One
like,
other
big fact
fucking
about him
massive thing.
Like blew your mind. Like, I mean, it would have
blown my toes off.
Would have. Yeah.
I mean, Didn't realize he played for 5 teams.
Well,
New York, Tampa, and then the other 3.
Baltimore.
Yeah, you're right.
He was in Baltimore for a little bit.
What
What
bowls did he win? I guess 11
11 and
and
then
20.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty big gap.
Yeah, he got that Tampa ring. So a lot of people got that Tampa ring though.
Right.
Shady.
Yeah, Shady.
Antonio Brown
Shady got
that
Tampa and KC ring, bro.
dude, and didn't play
the
a
biggest
single
fleece.
snap.
Didn't play a snap.
Didn't play a snap.
Biggest fleece, dude.
Like if he got Super Bowl rings, then Nick Young can wear his ring. I mean, fuck, bro.
Brother. But
Jeff Teague can wear his ring.
Shady at least had a career.
Bro, but Jeff Teague played in that series. I mean, like,
yeah, you're right.
Like Shady did not take a snap. He did not take a snap in these games.
No, he didn't.
We're just gonna give it to P. Ryan, just let him cook.
True.
But
Gronk has rings for the bowl that he missed.
That he missed?
Yeah, he didn't play in 28-3.
He didn't play in 28-3?
He was hurt.
Gronk didn't play in 28-3?
Gronk was on the sideline.
Who?
Edelnut was the big
who was
man.
Their I mean, it wasn't Martellus.
Huh?
It wasn't Martellus.
May have been.
So who was their
I think Aaron came back from the dead.
No, who was their tight end that game?
I don't know.
Who was their tight? Now I want to know. Now I gotta go check the stats. See.
But I mean that was the reason that Edelnut was such a big factor. James White was such a big factor.
Oh, Martellus Bennett. Okay, yeah. I don't.
Not a Gronk in sight.
Not a Gronk in sight. All right.
He was on the sideline.
I believed it wasn't Gronk. I just couldn't remember who the fuck was he throwing it to at tight end. But okay, Martellus. All right. Final player. This player has 11 Pro Bowls. He has the record for most consecutive seasons scoring a touchdown.
Dang.
He has the most touchdown receptions in a postseason run. He has the most games with 150 receiving yards or more.
Randy?
No.
Son of a fuck.
He was drafted the same year as Eli.
05?
4?
06?
5? I don't know.
It was 05 or 06.
That's your job.
I know. Well, it was Manning Rivers trade, no?
Yeah. Manning went 1, Rivers went 4.
05 was A-Rod's draft.
Anyways, who is this?
I'm trying to figure math out, brother. So you said same draft as...
Same draft as Eli Manning, 11 Pro Bowls, most consecutive seasons scoring a touchdown, most touchdown receptions in a postseason run, most games with 150 yards or more receiving.
Leonard Fitzgerald? Yes.
It's Larry Fitzgerald.
He has the same amount of Pro Bowls as his number?
Yeah, 11 Pro Bowls.
Wow.
17 straight seasons scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, Mr. Consistency.
Most touchdowns in a postseason run. I mean, he cooked. He cooked. Larry Fitzgerald cooked. So, yeah.
Was that the postseason that they lost? Probably.
2008. Yeah.
Oh, no.
No. Yeah. Well, they didn't win.
Yeah, I know the one that they lost.
Yeah, I was about to say they never won a... Yeah, yes, the postseason where they went the longest. Yeah.
Yes.
That was the postseason. But all right.
Gotcha.
We got to get out of here, Devin. We talked the Gators, dog walking them turtles. Top 5 quarterbacks.
Terrapins, brother.
Top 5 quarterbacks
Little turtles.
with the most pressure to win. MLB opening day. Dumb rule changes
Our
in the
mascot's a
NFL.
little turtle.
Damian Lillard, Stephon Diggs, the UFL, Russell Wilson. Is there anything else you need to say before we get out of here?
Nah.
That's good. That's always good to hear. I'm glad that you said everything you had to say.
Maybe a little too much.
I was gonna say I'm glad there's nothing else you possibly could get off of your chest.
Yeah, sorry,
It's
Paul George.
it's a bare chest. But with all that being said, we will be back on Tuesday to, I don't know, see what Aaron did over the weekend. Maybe he fucking went to the beach or something again. Maybe had a 7-hour meeting with the Steelers. Just blue balling this shit out of Pittsburgh, I guess. But yeah, no. Brand new episodes every Saturday and Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Bye bye.